Hey, welcome back everybody to another episode of RollTime TV with your host Young Chef running roll light, smoking it. And I hope that my RollTime fans are doing right now. And if you're new to this channel, check this out. Hit that button that starts with an S. It ain't gonna do nothing. But anyway, with that being said, right, I got another content for y'all by another content creator. Yeah, I know. But no, we got Petty Show. Um, she, she raw with her channel. I ain't even gonna lie, bro. She be putting some good shit together. So right now we got what is it? UMG going to sacrifice Drake. And I know some of y'all probably like, what? If you think about it, check this out. With all this beef going on, right? With all this Kendrick and Drake beef, Drake is sending a lawsuit to everybody but Drake. Drake is sending a lawsuit to everybody but Kendrick, right? Even to his own fucking label that that's even to his label that's been doing the same shit for him for decades. With the playing stream, playing songs to that bitch is watered down. You feel me? Now that he don't ran into a real competition, he don't like the feeling. He's like that little kid that hit you, and then as soon as you hit him, he's quick to cry wolf. You feel me? So now we have Cat Williams finna break it down, or we finna see on why they're finna sacrifice him.
Get killed, not incidental. Somebody made $100 million and now don't have to talk to that artist or none of their crew, don't have to validate none of their contracts.
Drake.
Listen, don't y'all think it's a little ironic how the fact that Drake is sending all these lawsuits, and then now they're talking about there might be reopening XX Tachyon case back up. Now, as for the label, it's gonna benefit them more if Buddy, you feel me? TV turned off. Turn the TV off. Turn the TV off. I'm assuming. I ain't even gonna say I'm assuming. At this point, I'm starting to feel like what we might hear might be some valid point, but at the same time, what if Kendrick knows that shit is coming too? That's why he like turn the TV off, turn the TV off. Like if you think about it, we haven't really had no other artists that passed away for a while now. That's it for a while now. Who was the last big artist that passed away? Y'all let me know. But with that being said, I guess it's that time again. That time for
Has a rich baby daddy named Lucien and Universal.
Wow.
He's like, like, man, my daddy got it. You know what I'm saying? It's like, my daddy controlled the spins.
When Kanye West was talking about it, everybody said he was crazy. Now that he's showing his true color,
daddy got the DSPs. My daddy, Drake has a rich baby daddy.
Lucian Grange is a billionaire Zionist known for supporting Israeli causes. He's been associated with high-profile events, including the Friends of the IDF Gala, which raises funds for the Israeli military. Grange's wife, Caroline Grange, also funds several Zionist organizations.
It all makes sense. The lawsuit is why so many rappers basically took back what they said about Drake. UMG has been monopolizing the music industry. In fact, they either own or have a joint share in pretty much all the major labels across America. If Drake were to win this lawsuit, the money that will be going to fund some of these labels will be going to Drake.
So Drake just hit his own label, Universal Music Group, with 2 legal petitions. And he even hinted he might file a RICO lawsuit against UMG. Drake claims the label used unlawful business practices to push Kendrick Lamar's diss track, Not Like Us, and allowed Kendrick to defame him. And now Cat Williams has joined the chat and came out with a major...
Bro, to me, I think it's so funny, right? Yeah. I get it. He's calling you a whole PDF file. But you don't play about some shit like that with some people, right? But other than that, due to the fact that you got into another beef match, and it wasn't me, and it wasn't fucking who was it? Pusha T, where what's his name? Prince had to step in and save that or kill that shit, basically just dead that shit. Now that you're going against a top tier artist, and he done killed you with like 3, 4, 5 discs at this point. You are hurt, little man. Short nigga syndrome type shit, head ass boy.
Your prediction, saying that UMG is about to sacrifice Drake for daring to bite the hand that feeds him. For years, Drake has been the golden goose for UMG and raked in millions for the label. But Drake's been getting a little too comfortable thinking he's the one pulling the strings. And now Kat thinks the label's about to remind Drake who's really in charge. Kat is hinting that UMG is about to throw Drake under the bus and expose some serious dirt on him. And then some fans are taking it a step further and speculating that Drake might end up like Michael Jackson or Prince, who both publicly went against their labels before their untimely deaths.
I own half of Sony's publishing and I'm leaving them, and they're very angry at me because of it, but I just did good business, you know.
How do you take 20,000 children in the middle of New York City without anybody seeing?
You know?
It looks like Drake thought he was untouchable, but UMG is showing him that he's just another puppet in the game. We've seen it happen before with other big names, and UMG isn't afraid to take down anyone who gets too big for their boots. So is Drake's empire about to crumble?
That's the Drake that feels like he's bigger than the organization. And you know how they say it. There is nobody bigger than the organization itself.
Cat Williams right about this? Let's talk about it.
So they killed this $20 million guy, but they reaped $60 million in benefits.
Wow.
And they had some people from your city do it.
So in case you missed it, Drake recently filed 2 legal actions against Universal Music Group. The first one claims that UMG conspired with Spotify to artificially inflate streams and falsely boost the popularity of Kendrick's diss track, Not Like Us. And in the second petition, Drake argues that UMG allowed Kendrick to defame him because, according to Drake, Kendrick falsely accused him of being a certified PD file, and yet UMG chose to release Not Like Us anyway. Now, these lawsuits are a huge turning point in Drake's relationship with UMG, and it sounds like there's some major drama going on behind the scenes. See, for
Drake feel as if he is the gold mine. You protect the assets. Y'all know what I'm trying to say. You protect it at all costs, right? The fact that, like he said, okay, he's dropping this. Allegedly PDF, right? Why the hell y'all let him drop it? Like, you should be looking out for me. You should be doing what I say to do.
years, UMG treated Drake like their golden child, with UMG CEO Lucien Grange even saying that Drake can get any amount of money he asks for.
Stay scheming, Drake says. Tell Lucien I said I'm tearing holes in my budget.
Tell Lucien I said I'm tearing holes in my budget.
Did Drake call you up after that and say, hey, I need more money for my project?
If ever Drake or whenever Drake calls up and says he needs more money for his project, I give it to him.
For the longest time, Drake was basically the flagship artist of UMG. His albums dominated charts, his singles stayed in rotation, and his influence in the industry was undeniable. UMG made tons of money off of him, and in return, they gave him a level of freedom and privileges most artists would never get. Back in 2021, Drake reportedly scored a crazy deal with UMG worth somewhere between $400 and $500 million, an amount pretty much unheard of in the industry. Now, here's where things get real interesting. With a deal like that, it's not just about the money. Rumor has it Drake might have gotten some equity too, which means he could actually have ownership of other artists' catalogs under Universal's umbrella. And get this, there were rumors going around that Drake was trying to secretly scoop up Kendrick's catalog. Now let's talk about Drake's relationship with Lucian Grange. Lucian's name has been making the headlines for all the wrong reasons lately. First, he was named in that Diddy lawsuit, and then Kanye referred to Lucian as Drake's rich baby daddy.
It cuts Drake's soul. It's like he signed his soul to the devil to not be cool with me, to have to, like, this is his job to go against God. And it cuts his soul. Drake has a rich baby daddy named Lucian and Universal.
Wow.
He's like, like, man, my daddy got it. You know what I'm saying? It's like, my daddy controlled the spins. My daddy got the DSPs. Drake has a rich baby daddy named Lucian.
So all of his streams in the number ones is controlled by someone named Lucian.
And then more drama kicked off when Kanye hopped on the Like That remix and threw Lucian's name in the mix, rapping, "Where's Lucian? Serve your master. You caught a little bag for your masters, didn't ya? Lifetime deal, I feel bad. Y'all so out of sight, out of mind. I can't even think of a Drake line." But here's where it gets even crazier. Word on the street is that Lucian ordered Drake to chill out on the beef after Kendrick hinted that he could go further down the rabbit hole and expose the entire industry, especially in connection to those PD foul allegations. See, both Lucian and Drake have been dragged into some heavy allegations about a rumored ring in the industry. Remember that lawsuit producer Lil Rod filed against Diddy? Well, that thing was packed with accusations against Lucian Grange. In the lawsuit, Lil Rod repeatedly called out Lucian and even hinted that he and Diddy might have been more than friends. The lawsuit states,
"Do you need a free, easy way to capture your gameplay? Introducing Outplayed. Record anything on your PC.
Mr. Jones recalls seeing defendant Grange visiting Mr. Combs' home in Miami, Florida, and Los Angeles, California. According to Mr. Jones, whenever defendant Grange visited Mr. Combs at his homes, it would be in the evening, and he and Mr. Combs would disappear for hours in Mr. Combs' bedroom. The lawsuit goes even deeper, claiming that Lucian not only attended, but also sponsored multiple listening parties for Diddy's The Love album, where ex-workers and young girls were reportedly present. Lil Rod also alleged that Lucian knew, or at least should have
Bro, at this point, just put the whole goddamn industry on a fucking RICO.
known that Diddy was serving guests alcohol spiked with unknown substances. And according to Lil Rod, while he was living and traveling with Diddy, he discovered hidden cameras installed in every room of Diddy's house. So basically, Lil Rod was implying that Diddy might have recordings of Lucian Grange and other big-name figures in the industry. But he didn't stop there. Lil Rod also alleged that Lucian and other defendants aided, abetted, and induced Sean Combs' venture. According to Lil Rod, Lucian was one of the co-conspirators who knowingly benefited from Diddy's alleged crimes and was providing vast sums of cash, which made Diddy's criminal venture possible. But get this, less than 3 months after Lil Rod filed his lawsuit, news broke that Lil Rod's lawyer removed Universal Music Group and Lucian Grange from the list of defendants. So with Diddy's ties to Lucian under the microscope, the streets were saying that Lucian might have thrown Diddy under the bus as soon as he got wind of those alleged secret recordings. And then some sources speculated that Lucian was planning to swap Diddy out for Drake in this rumored operation. However, when Kendrick started poking around that angle, rumor has it Drake got a call from his so-called sugar daddy Lucian telling him to squash the beef. And now fans are starting to connect the dots with something Cat Williams said about rap beefs and how they often lead to the untimely deaths of artists. See, Cat claimed that all these deaths of young rappers aren't just random tragedies. According to Cat, whenever a rapper is killed over what looks like petty beef, there's always someone at the top cashing in on their death.
When these rappers get killed, not incidental. Somebody made $100 million and now don't have to talk to that artist or none of their crew, don't have to validate none of their contracts, now only got to deal with.
I don't know. So far to me, I feel like all the artists that we have lost is between Vaughn, Mo3, PNB Rock, who else? Nipsey, Eighth the Youngin, or Eighth the Youngin or something. And then you have Juice World, and then you have who else? I feel like there's more. If you guys know who else, put it in the comment down below.
With the mama, only got to see her once a year and it's over, and the money He goes up and up and up.
Kat then pointed out that there seems to be a pattern with these tragedies. He said when a rapper is taken out, it's often set up so that someone from their own city is the one to do it, almost like a final insult to humiliate them even more.
So they killed this $20 million guy, but they reaped $60 million in benefits.
Wow.
And they had some people from your city do it.
Wow.
I'm saying there's the good side and the bad side of these businesses.
According to Kat, in the entertainment world, things aren't always what they seem. What might look like a random coincidence is often carefully planned out, with someone at the top making serious money off the whole situation.
Yeah, so in all of these situations, there's a business involved and there's real money involved, and somebody's benefiting from this thing that looks like, oh, that just happened. Nah, no way.
So fans are now starting to piece things together, and they're saying this Kendrick versus Drake feud is way deeper than it seems. And a lot of people think Drake's attempt to expose UMG for allegedly using payola to push Kendrick's song might backfire, because the same accusations could be made about his streaming numbers. But it doesn't stop there. Some fans are even speculating that if Drake keeps pushing UMG's buttons, things could take a dark turn for him. Because if legends like Michael Jackson and Prince couldn't beat the machine, what makes anyone think Drake stands a chance? But what's your take on this? Do you think Drake's playing
Drake is like the Cowboys, America's favorite team.
with fire by taking on UMG? And does Cat Williams have a point about what happens to artists who go against the big labels? Drop your takes in the comments, and don't miss out on this next story.
Yo, hold the fuck up. Hold the fuck. Hold the fuck up. Oh. Y'all, I am scared to continue. At first, I ain't even pay attention to. I want to go back to make sure, like, what?
Drop your takes in the comments, and don't miss out on this next story.
This is who. I ain't gonna say me. But this is who we are allies. Like I told y'all from the jump. When this nigga started popping, best I ever had got on my damn nerve. It felt like we just had to like it. Like I felt like everywhere we turned, well for me, it was just there. And I was just getting sick of it to the point where like now I became a fan of this shit. I became a fan. But then it was like I got mixed emotion from him because I was like, is he a gangster? Is he a singer? Or like what is he type shit, you feel me? And then when he ended up dropping his track with Rick Ross, I don't even remember the name, right? But once he dropped that track with Rick Ross, I was done with him, bro. I was like, yeah, something about him. I ain't rocking with him, bro. And to fast forward into to now, hearing all this allegation shit and seeing some shit like this, like what is Drake doing to that? Oh my god. Oh my god. And this dog look like a damn human. Drake, you a freaky ass, nasty ass nigga.
Doing things I taught you getting nasty for someone. You don't need no one else. You don't need nobody else.
Trigger warning for this blind item, it is very disturbing, but Drake is allegedly spreading the word about the allegations against Dutchavelli. These allegations include child SA, getting a child pregnant, being intimate with Diddy, and being intimate with men in Dubai for pay, and also being inappropriately intimate with animals.
While the dust may have settled on the diss tracks and public exchanges, the drama surrounding Drake's beef with Kendrick Lamar has taken a dark and disturbing turn. Remember Kendrick's track Meet the Grams, released hot on the heels of Drake's Family Matters diss? Well, this song has now sparked a firestorm of speculation and controversy as rumors are circulating that Kendrick dropped hints on this track about Drake having some seriously messed up fetish involving young women and dogs. Yeah, it's as sick as it sounds. Now, Meet the Grams cover art alone raised eyebrows because it supposedly features personal items belonging to Drake himself, including prescription pills and a shirt with a dog print. But it gets crazier, y'all. There's this mysterious Twitter user who goes by the name of Ebony Prince 2K24, who is now apparently trying to extort Drake and threatening to release more info about Drake's rumored freak-off parties, including one that supposedly took place last year at the Mark Hotel in New York. And get this. The Mark Hotel previously faced backlash over alleged involvement in the Jeffrey Epstein scandal. But it wasn't just the visuals for Meet the Grams causing a stir. Kendrick didn't hold back in the lyrics either, leveling serious accusations against Drake, including his alleged sick and predatory behavior, as well as a rumored trafficking ring. Now, before we go any further, I want to point out that while there's no shortage of speculation and hearsay, it's important to take all this with a grain of salt. After all, in the world of rap beefs,
honestly, Pi has been great. It's all you really need in a browser extension, and it makes the new age of the internet so much more usable. Pi is
things can often get blown out of proportion. However, one thing's for sure, the controversy surrounding those PD file allegations about Drake shows no signs of fading away anytime soon. These allegations about Drake chasing after young women have been around for ages, and people are now going all out, playing detective, scouring through blind items and blog posts, trying to piece together any clues that might shed light on the deeper meaning behind all of Kendrick's disses. Many people claim there's already a lot of evidence out in the open about Drake being a creep, and now rumors are spreading like wildfire about Drake allegedly being implicated in an elite ex-trafficking ring funded by money laundering and directly tied to organized crime. Nearly everyone with knowledge of it is supposedly kept in line through blackmail, paid to look the other way, or intimidated into silence. And then, of course, there's that connection between Drake and Universal Music Group CEO Lucian Grange, who was named in one of the Diddy lawsuits and accused of financially benefiting from Diddy's alleged trafficking enterprise. So as you can see, what started off as an entertaining rap beef has now turned into this dark and disturbing conspiracy involving not only Drake, but allegedly individuals who hold real power in the entire entertainment industry and beyond. There's a lot to unpack here, so brace yourself because it's about to get wild.
This year, UK rapper Dutchavelli, brother of Stefflon Don, had some court papers leaked which confirmed his family to be a part of some SEX trade in Dubai. Why is this relevant? Because Sean Combs, aka Diddy, would use Dutchavelli's family services when in London and Dubai. Why is this relevant? Because Drake was the one who told Diddy about Dutch's family being in the SEX trade and being able to get animals involved in SEX acts.
All right, let's kick things off by diving into the whole deal with the cover art for Meet the Grams and the rumors swirling about blackmail against Drake. So it all kicked off on May 11th when this Twitter user, Ebony Prince 2K24, dropped what looked like some blurry security camera footage that seemed to be showing Drake's supposed supposed personal belongings, the same ones you see on the cover of Kendrick's diss track, Meet the Grams. The items include a shirt with a cartoon dog print, a Maybach glove, a visit card, jewelry receipts, and 3 prescription medicines with the name Aubrey Graham. The medicines were later revealed to be one for Ozempic, one for Adderall, and one for Zolpidem. Ozempic is an anti-diabetic medication used for the treatment of type 2 diabetes. However, it was recently popularized by celebrities as a weight loss drug. Rumors have been swirling for a while that Drake's recent body transformation is due to Ozempic and cosmetic procedures. The other 2 medicines shown on the Meet the Grams cover are Adderall and Zolpidem. Adderall is a prescription drug used for ADHD, while Zolpidem belongs to a class of medications called sedative hypnotics and is usually prescribed to treat insomnia. However, Zolpidem has also gained notoriety as one of the most widely used date rape drugs. So when Kendrick dropped Meet the Grams on May 3rd, everyone most widely used date rape drugs. So when Kendrick dropped Meet the Grams on May 3rd, everyone started buzzing with theories, wondering where Kendrick got this photo from. That's when DJ Academics joined the chat, claiming that those items shown on the cover art were stolen from a suitcase belonging to Drake's dad, Dennis Graham.
But apparently Kendrick Lamar must have got a hold of Drake's dad's suitcase. So we're talking about Dennis Graham, which is Drake's pops. Wow. Wow. Remember all that talk about leaks in the camp?
But fast forward to May 11th, and this mysterious ex-user, Ebony Prince 2K24, posts a video showing those same items from the Meet the Grams cover, alongside a copy of the Daily Eagle dated Wednesday, May 8th. And in the caption, Ebony Prince wrote, "Number 1, King Kendrick Lamar is not a liar and I am not a thief. Number 2, Mr. Aubrey Graham, Drake, and Mr. Livingston Allen, D Academics, have until noon Monday, May 13th, 2024 to retract your claims of theft, or my attorney..."
Opportunity for Florida residents. We're looking for motivated people to take cybersecurity classes.
Attorney Ms. Adrian Edward and I will exhaust every legal option available. So next thing you know, people started calling Ebony Prince the Riddler in reference to the villain from Batman because of all the cryptic clues and threats. Social media exploded with wild fan theories spreading like wildfire on Twitter and TikTok. But Ebony Prince didn't stop there. He also shared screenshots supposedly showing surveillance footage from Drake's visit to the Mark Hotel in Brooklyn. And one of the photos caught Christopher Alvarez, a freelance journalist who happens to have a rare skeletal disorder called thanatophoric dysplasia and uses a wheelchair. The individual seen behind Christopher is supposedly Drake, and the other 2 men are believed to be part of Drake's entourage and security team. And then there's this eerie caption Ebony Prince wrote saying, "To Mr. Aubrey Graham, Drake, may this photo help jog your memory as to where you discarded those items. The issue in the photo should also jog your memory. Jimmy Brooks would not have been proud of you that night." Ebony Prince disabled the comments on this particular post. However, they tagged a bunch of news outlets, radio stations, and podcasters. So ever since that post popped up on May 11th, the internet's been buzzing with hundreds of thousands of tweets and TikTok comments, all guessing about Drake's part in this mess. Loads of folks are throwing around theories, some even saying Drake might have beat up Christopher Alvarez that night or did something even worse. However, Alvarez has now spoken out in the Brooklyn Eagle, shutting down all those rumors and begging everyone to quit hassling him. "I don't know what any of this means," he said. "I was with Drake that night because we briefly met after dinner, but all the accusations are false." Alvarez confirmed he was with Drakev on the night of January 22nd, 2023. And he said he was called to meet Drizzy at the Mark Hotel and they had a blast listening to new beats. "I am not in the position to talk about his character outside of our meetings, but I can say I was not in any way," Alvarez added. However, internet detectives were not convinced and they started tossing around theories that maybe Christopher Alvarez was pushed or even paid to put an end to the rumors. And get this, word on the digital street is that Drake and his higher-ups are scrambling to squash this gossip for a very disturbing reason. Rumor has it there's something even darker bubbling up, involving Drake allegedly hosting some seriously bizarre gatherings, or freak-offs if you will, with young women and dogs. And when I say dogs, I mean actual 4-legged dogs. It's like something straight out of a twisted movie plot, but it gets even more twisted from here. So earlier this week, a bombshell dropped. Supposedly, there's this audio floating around of Drake getting up to some seriously disturbing stuff with his dogs. The audio clip featured faint sounds of whimpering dogs in the background, and the whole thing came to light when an anonymous source sent the clip to DJ Academics, who, of course, couldn't resist sharing his reaction during a live stream. Now, first things first, we need to set the record straight. There's been no official confirmation that the leaked Drake Dog audio is actually legit. But here's where things get even crazier. It seems like every corner of the internet has been buzzing with stories coming from all sorts of sources claiming that Drake might actually have this seriously messed up thing going on with dogs. Now rewind a bit to Kendrick's diss track Meet the Grams. If you remember, Kendrick straight up called out Drake for having sick thoughts, suggesting some pretty disturbing stuff and even drawing comparisons between Drake and convicted offender Harvey Weinstein. In one verse of Meet the Grams, Kendrick addresses Drake's mother, Sandy Graham, with words, "Sandra, sit down. What I'm about to say is heavy. Now listen. Your son's a sick man with sick thoughts. I think men like him should die. Him and Weinstein should get effed up in a cell for the rest of their life. He hates black women, sexualizes them with kinks of a nympho fetish." Now this is not just some casual jab or rumor Kendrick's throwing out there. He's actually wishing death on Drake and suggesting he deserves to bunk up with Weinstein. That's heavy stuff, and it doesn't sound like Kendrick's just shooting from the...
Do you want to discover?
That's because Kendrick probably knows way too much. Like, we probably don't even know. But if y'all want me to finish to hit this shit, get this video about like 3 likes. You feel me? Just 3 or 4 likes, you feel me? But I'm gonna catch you on the next one. Y'all stay safe. Let me know who to do down below. What's your opinion?